Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to do a short video here, mainly because I just wanted to share my walk. I realize I don't really upload very regularly, or often for that matter. It's really unpredictable, so I thank you for subscribing. I'm out here in the woods, the Great Smoky Mountains. It is a damp, cool, crisp winter, late afternoon. Just wanted to share some of the scenery with you. I love seeing where other people live, and I love seeing where other people go to connect and to ground themselves. And much like my other video, if you haven't watched it, I would say I would link it below, but I won't remember. But much like that video, I just like to see where other people go to reset and connect, and there's just absolutely no better place than the woods. And I have a new camera here, so I can take you along with me as I take just a short walk down here. I've actually been to this spot many times, but I haven't come this way. So yeah. I didn't really have a plan for what I was going to say other than to share. Not only do I have a need, not necessarily to reset, but I did have a need to connect today. I'm working more and more. Looky here. I forget what those are called. Isn't that awesome? I forget what they're called. Like, is it a witch's ball or something? I can't remember. I used to play with them when I was a kid. But I need to connect because more and more I'm working on my creative endeavors inside of myself, and realizing really easily that requires getting out into nature. There is no creative force within me without nature. Perhaps there are other people who can work differently, but I am not one of those people. That moss down there, I'm not one of those people. You can see where the woodpeckers. I have to find my connection in nature, which is really frightening for me sometimes. I love nature. I adore nature. Once I'm out into nature, there's nothing better, really, that you can go do and be, and just be. There's no greater thrill. Some people it will calm, and I do find that at times, but other times I find this thrill, this wildness. It stirs something in me. It makes my heart beat faster. It's hard to explain. And that used to give me anxiety. I don't know why. I remember playing in the woods as a little girl, and I just find it, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Ancient, I don't see how anybody could ever feel alone in the woods. I do not feel alone in the woods at all. Not at all. But I don't feel out of place either. And maybe Maybe it's because I do need to come out and connect more. It is a knowing and an unknowing at the same time. Boy, is that a ramble. Like I told you, I really didn't have a clear plan as to what I was going to do out here on this video. I just really just didn't come out here to make a video, but it was just so beautiful that I couldn't help but share. The moss is so green, and the trees are so majestic, and it is so quiet that it's just what I need. I'm really glad that I walked back here. There's a huge waterfall back that way, and I think what I'll do is I'll just take a really good picture and leave that as my thumbnail maybe for this video, so I can share it. And I'll share it on my Instagram too. If we're not already friends on Instagram, people say follow, but I like making friends. So much better. But if you're not already, if we're not already friends on Instagram, I will try to remember to put the link to my Instagram below. It is private. You'll have to request it. I don't publicize it necessarily. Tourists. I live in a tourist town. They come back here too. I'm going to go back here to this little waterway, and then I'm going to go so I can take some pictures, which is why I came out here in the first place. Wow. You're seeing this with me for the first time too. It's really muddy down here, so I'm going to try not to slip. But look how, I have to bring my little girl down here. Look how beautiful that is. Up there you can see as it heads up toward the mountain. If I can zoom in, there's some cliffs, really rocky up through there, way high up the mountain. But yeah, it's wild because I can hear a faint. It almost sounds like singing, but it's not. So anyway, I think this is where I'm going to stop because I will end up with wet feet if I continue on down that way. And don't want to do that. But I appreciate you all. This channel not only serves a purpose to connect with community, which I think is important, but also as a creative outlet. It's also where I can work on. Makes me sad when they carve on the trees. But I'll be posting some pictures from this on my Instagram. But it's also where I can become more comfortable with myself. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with video and audio, to be honest with you, and I'm trying to work through that part of myself. I generally have a good perspective. I think positive perspective when it comes to how I see myself, and that has took this took a lot of work over a very long period of time, of feelings of worthlessness and feelings of not being good enough and not smart enough and not worthy, you know, and that's took a long time. And so I use these platforms for that. And I think I take a break from social media whenever I feel like I need to. But at the same time, I also feel like there is a healthy, positive way to use it. And, that is to connect with people, to share ideas, to create, to express ourselves, to work through ourselves and show each other that, you're not alone in this path, in this experience, that, and through the sharings of this, you don't feel all alone in your struggles, or that they are insignificant or unimportant, or even not just your struggles, but that your ideas mean something and have value and are valid. And I think that's extremely important. I think social media can get a bad rap where you compare yourself, or giving people complexes about that. And I've been through that. But I think if I take breaks when I need to, and I continue to use it in the way that improves my existence here and continues to expand my world and express my ideas and share with others and find like-minded people who do the same and use it in the right ways. I think if you're not doing that, you're missing the whole point. I really do. I think there's so many more ways that we can use it to affect each other and the world and ourselves in a better way. I really do. But yeah, that's why I come here. It's I don't really come on a schedule to upload so many videos for so many videos a week or a month or whatever, and I don't keep up with it. And I have vowed to myself to not even go back and bother rewatching them or keep up with how many views or subscribers I have. I just trust that it reaches who it should, and it brings out in me what it needs to bring out, and that's all that really matters. And I'm just going to let go. That's the lesson I've been learning as of late, is just the letting go of, and just letting it unfold, just the unfolding of it all. And yeah, it kind of brings a little bit of a tear to my eye. I'm getting a little bit emotional there. So anyway, I'm going to end this video here. And not an attempt to get more people to follow me on Instagram by any means. Like I said, my account is private. But if you would be interested in seeing some of my photos, that is part of what I do. I really enjoy photos. I think that I see things very uniquely through my camera lens. What I can see in my eyes comes through in the camera lens, and another form of expression. So, yeah, I'd like to connect that way too. Video is not exactly the most comfortable way in which I communicate. So, again, I digress. Anyway, I'm going to head back. I'm starting to lose light, and I still have pictures that I want to take while I'm out here. And until next time, I suppose. I really enjoyed our time out here, and until the next adventure, I guess. Anyway, bye.